guys, this is Rurouni K95 here, and welcome to the 2023 edition of my DVD and Blu Ray Collection Library video series. Last time we already took a look back on the category under movie genres between movies that were from the 1930s, 40s, and the 50s for the first time. If you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out. The link will be in the description down below if you want to check them out as well. So today we're going to be showcasing some movies that were released in 1960 to 1966, because we're in the 60s category in the decade as well. So without any further ado, which is right here and right now, let's dive right into the video. So let's do it. Today, on the Physical Media Video Library series. Welcome back. In this video, I thought of something I wanted to do, which is something I've never done like this before, which I haven't done until now. And this time, we're going to be doing this time in the 60s category, especially under movies I have as well. And I'll mention something that I'm hoping for a future home video release is in the process. Is if you've ever been watching the video though, we're doing these categories in their movies that were released between 1960 to 1966 on here. Yeah, in case you're wondering though as well, because I have a good proper way of doing this as well, accordingly as well. So let's not waste any more time for this one. Because before we dive into this, because this is the first time I wanted to do a category under 60s movies, because since yesterday where I take a look back on showcasing movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, I mean, if you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out in the video though, because if you haven't seen the video I did yesterday, the link will be in the description down below if you want to go check out my previous video, if you like as well, because I've been literally starting to test my knowledge on getting to know every year on when it comes to this as well. So without any further ado, which is right here and right now, let's dive into the movies, what we got right here for today as well. Let's begin. Okay, because I have some that I have right here. Excuse me. I have on VHS DVDs, and I have a couple on VHSs. And there's also a Blu-ray that I just recently got at my library book sale that I went on when I did my first DVD and Blu-ray haul video as well. If you haven't seen my DVD and Blu-ray haul video, I'll put another link to the video in the description down below if you want to go check it out as well. So let's begin. The first one here I got on VHS here, and I think this is the one that I had wanted to show you for a very long time. Pollyanna. This is the Disney movie starring Jane Wyman, Richard Egan, Carl Malden, Donald Crisp, Nancy Olson, Kevin Corcoran, Haley Mills in this movie. Yeah, I think this is the one that I have on VHS. However, I was going to watch this movie on the VCR on New Year's, or like since 2017, but unfortunately my VCR player no longer works because it's died, unfortunately. However, it's also available on DVD which pretty soon I will get it on DVD for the most part. Probably at one point though as well. However, this movie was based on the novel by Eleanor H. Porter. I didn't know that. However, this is particularly when it comes to movies that were released in the 60s, that's why. Yeah, because it's got to my case as well. Another movie I have right here on DVD, and this has always been in my collection that I forgot to show you whenever I come to do videos like this. case you're wondering. Swiss Family Robinson. This is a classic movie from director Ken Anakin. Yeah. However, this movie stars John Mills, Dorothy McGuire, Tommy Kirk, Kevin Corcoran, James MacArthur, who is the star of Hawaii Five-O, Janet Munro, and Sesu Hayakawa, and Cecil Parker in this movie. However, this DVD is presented in THX certified, which includes the THX optimizer. This is presented in 16:9 widescreen format, which is enhanced for a 16:9 television screen on there as well. Yeah, I didn't know that this was presented in THX certified on here. And this has the original theatrical animated short called Sea Salts. And this has Adventure in the Making, and this has conversations with James MacArthur, and there's The Lost Treasures, the Swiss Family Treehouse. This has the production archives, and this has the audio commentary on the film with director Ken Anakin and actors Tommy Kirk, Kevin Corcoran, and James MacArthur in that one as well. However, this movie's presented in THX certified. I still have the DVD with me, though, because I keep the one with the discs on here because that's a perfect way. However, this is in a standard, regular DVD case like this. However, there is another version of this in a thicker case as well. However, this is part of the Vault Disney Collection series on there as well. As well, I can remember. It's gonna be so. Yeah, because it's been a long time since I watched this movie. Good movie, though. And another one I got on Blu-ray, and this is the first time that I wanted to show you as well. And this is the one that I wanted to get on Blu-ray, and I thought this is pretty much what I got for the ones that are presented in 1080p picture high definition quality. I have West Side Story. This is the 50th anniversary edition on Blu-ray, though, because this movie has won winner of 10 Academy Awards, including for Best Picture in 1961 as well. Well, I didn't know that as well, because, however, this has the West Side Story remastered in 1080p high definition and quality on there. As if I could notice, this movie stars Natalie Wood, Richard Beymer, Russ Tamblyn, Rita Moreno, and George Chakiris, if I can't pronounce it. However, this movie is directed by Robert Wise on there. Yeah, because this is how I wanted to come by it. Because the Blu-ray transfer on this is pretty good in a 1080p high definition quality. I mean, this is a better Blu-ray release. No bigger way to upgrade to any home video format, because this is the version I got, because this is the 50th anniversary edition on there, because this is a good proper way to upgrade this when it comes to Blu-rays as well, because I love collecting Blu-rays, that's why. If you ever been a Blu-ray collector, that's why. Excuse me. Another movie I have right here, and this is one of those movies that I have been watching, which I think I have a while back as well, and this is the one that I have right here. The Absent-Minded Professor, another movie that I have right here on DVD. Yeah, this has been a long time since I saw this movie, though. However, I think this is also available on DVD in Region 1. However, this is what I have on DVD. No, VHS, though. Because this is in a slipcover like this, and this is part of the Walt Disney's Studio Film Collection on there. In case if I remember as well. And another movie that I have right here on DVD, and this is one of those older DVDs that I want to show you as well. In Search of the Castaways. I have never seen this movie. I might probably watch this at some point, because this is directed by Robert Stevenson, who worked on Old Yeller and The Absent-Minded Professor as well. However, this is presented in full screen, though. Yeah, I have not seen this movie, In Search of the Castaways. However, this was released in 1962, though. Yeah. When I first researched it online, I couldn't remember if this was released. I always thought this was released in 1967, but in reality, this is actually a 1962 movie. Yeah, this is what I come by on old movies, that's why. Yeah. Yeah, and also, Robert Stevenson also directed Mary Poppins, even though I have it on DVD, but it's packed away in storage, though, because if I could remember, that's why. Oh, if I could realize, I had to change it up all things at first as well. Another movie that I have right here on DVD, and this is the one that I got as well, that I have right here. And I think I've watched this movie, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. This is the 1960s movie on here. However, this movie stars Rod Taylor, who has recently worked on the original 101 Dalmatians, the 1961 animated movie from Disney, though. However, this movie is part of the Alfred Hitchcock collection. The only thing I don't have is the original Psycho, which is the classic, not the god-awful remake from 1998. No. I'm talking about the original classics, because especially certain, like, old movies as well, and the only one I need to get is Vertigo and Rear Window. That's the only thing I need to get that I don't have. You know. However, this has been a long time since I saw this movie, which I remembered. By all this as what I could remember, though. Yeah, because Alfred Hitchcock is a legendary director. That's why. Because I'm going to start getting into some Alfred Hitchcock movies, that's why. And another movie that I have right here, but this is part of the 2-film collection, but I'm going to show you anyway. From this one I have right here. Savage Sam. Yeah, I'm just going to show you on the back, because Savage Sam is part of the Old Yeller 2-film collection. I mean, if you haven't seen my video where I show you the, I believe the 1930s, 40s, 50s decade, feel free to check it out, because the link will be in the description down below, because I did my previous video on that as well. Yeah, because, however, I think I got this on Amazon back in 2010, though, because this is, I wanted to have something, though. However, here's the discs, because this is what you guess we have to call like a double feature on the DVD, though. And another movie that I have right here on DVD, and this is the most watched movie that I have, which has been a long time that I've been wanting to show you, that I forgot that I still have this one on DVD. The 3 Lives of Thomasina. Yeah, this features Karen Dotris, who is known for the movie Mary Poppins, and I think she also did the Gnome-mobile in that one as well. However, this movie stars Patrick McGoohan, if I cannot pronounce the last name, because he's the actor of the movie. Susan Hampshire. Oh, and Matthew Garber is in that movie. Karen Dotris and Matthew Garber are the two these actors are from who did the other later movies like Mary Poppins and The Gnome-Mobile as well. Yeah, because I forgot to the kids from Mary Poppins. This is their first role in that movie, though. However, this movie is presented in 16:9 widescreen format, enhanced for 16:9 television, though. Yeah, this is directed by Don Chaffee, if I cannot pronounce his last name. By the way, I got this on Amazon through Prime as well, if you're a Prime member. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I mean, as a kid, though. I mean, it has its moments. Overall, classic movie. And another movie that I have right here on DVD that I'm going to show you as well. And this is the one that I wanted to showcase that I have right here on DVD for 1965 movies. The Sound of Music. This movie stars Julie Andrews, who is known for Mary Poppins in that movie. However, this movie was released after she did the role in Mary Poppins as well. However, this movie is presented in THX certified, which is digitally mastered in THX. Yeah, because I never knew that. This is presented in THX certified on DVD, though. This has the... And this movie was directed by Robert Wise, who recently worked on West Side Story, if I could remember for this as well. Yeah, because I just want to come by for this as well. However, this movie is part of the winner of 5 Academy Awards, including for Best Picture, for this movie, like The Sound of Music. Yeah, this is in the production of Rodgers and Hammerstein as well. I never know about this until now. However, yeah, However, this movie is only presented in THX certified on there. I got this DVD a while back at Target, which I remember, though. Yeah, this is a 2002 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment release, because Fox is owned by Disney, apparently, though, because I just wanted to come by for this accordingly, what I remember for that. And another movie that I have right here on DVD, and this is for the 1966 movies that I got right as well, that I'm going to show you. A Man for All Seasons. This movie has won part of the Academy Awards for the Oscar winner Best Picture 1966 in that one as well. This movie stars Wendy Hiller, Leo McKern, who recently worked on the Beatles' Help movie, and I think he also did The Omen, Lady Hawk, and I think he also did the BBC animated 1979 animated adaptation of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe as well. Robert Shaw, Orson Welles, who is known for Citizen Kane in this movie as well. I cannot remember, though. However, this is presented in 16:9 anamorphic widescreen for 16:9 television format on there as well. I have not seen this movie, but I might as well give it a watch on how I'm going to plan to watch this movie, though. And another movie that I got right here on DVD, and this is the one that I wanted to show you as well, and I think I got this a while back on my anime DVD update video a while back in 2018 that I remembered. The Ugly Dachshund. This is the 1966 movie directed by the 1966 movie I remember. This movie stars Dean Jones, Suzanne Pleshette, or if I cannot pronounce her last name, and Charlie Ruggles in that one, and also alongside with Kelly Thorson, Parley Bayer, Robert Kino, Mako, and Charles Lane. This movie is directed by Norman Tokar, who recently worked on The Apple Dumpling Gang and Savage Sam in that one as well. I didn't know, because I got another Norman Tokar movie, though, because Norman Tokar worked on this as well. However, this movie is presented in 16:9 widescreen format, enhanced for the 16:9 television screen on here as well. And this has some special features on this DVD on there as well. This was based on the book by G.B. Stern. Never heard of that author before. I'm familiar to the book, but I've only seen the movie, though, as well. Yeah. Oh, and this came with this thing on here. Oh, the scene selections on here on this one. Oh, and there it says, add these film favorites to your collection today, now on Disney DVD. There's other titles like Charlie the Lonesome Cougar, Greyfriars Bobby, and The 3 Lives of Thomasina, which I already have on DVD, though. However, it's been a long time since I saw The Ugly Dachshund. Yeah, it's a good movie, though, because I might as well rewatch it at some point. Especially on a rainy night, though. Yeah, it's good to watch a movie, especially on a rainy night as well. The only thing I need to get, in addition to 60s movies on DVD and Blu Ray, though, the only thing I need to get that I don't have is A Hard Day's Night, which is the Beatles' first movie, which is in black and white, and the Beatles' Help movie. Yeah, it's been a long time since I saw A Hard Day's Night and the Beatles' Help movie, which I think I borrowed those on DVD at the library a while back as well. In addition to that, I have been watched some other ones like A Fistful of Dollars, and that's the one of the greatest Clint Eastwood movies that are part of spaghetti westerns as well. And North to Alaska, which is the classic John Wayne movie. Yeah, I think it's been a long... However, it's available on DVD, though. But I haven't got a DVD. I think I remembered watching North to Alaska, though, because it's been a while since I watched it on VHS, which I remember, though. Because we had VHSs in these days, though, in case you're wondering. Well, there is one thing as well. There's pretty much, I found for 1960 anime movies on here. Like from Osamu Tezuka, which is the movie that I wanted to get, that I'm hoping that I would pray that it should get a Blu-ray release via Warner Archive Collection, which is Alakazam the Great. Alakazam the Great is a 1960 Japanese anime film, which because it was never got a DVD release, but it was only released on, just only on VHS as well. I'm hoping if I could ever look for, like, a DVD release, if you could ever want to look for it, because there's a whole bunch of them out there as well, because if Alakazam the Great could have got a Blu-ray release via Warner Archive, like how they did with how there's some that you could find, that'll get you going, though. Like, if you could leave it up to Warner Archive Collection, if they could have ever got a hold of Alakazam the Great as well. I mean, it's been a long time since I watched Alakazam the Great, which is a 1960 Japanese anime film on there. Yeah, it's from the director and manga artist who is the creator of Astro Boy, Osamu Tezuka. Yeah. I've seen it when it's only dubbed in English, when it featured Frankie Avalon and Sterling Holloway in that one as well. Yeah, it's been a long time. And however, when it comes to like 60s movies on there, which I remembered watching a while back, the classic Sword in the Stone. The Sword in the Stone is a classic Disney animated movie about King Arthur. Classic movie though. In addition to this as well, because I just realized of when it comes to like older movies on there. And there's another movie that I wanted to look for, which I could find on either DVD or Blu Ray as well, if I could ever want to look for something as well. Yeah. Sorry if I was okay, though, because the only movie I remember, though, if you could ever... I'm thinking if you could ever find a way of... If you ever wanted to do something for the fact as well of what I want to come by to this accordingly as well, because I believe this is the reason of how you would ever... is that you're knowing of what you could do as well. Well, there's an addition to most of them in general, though. Well, there's most movies on there, like, that came out in the 60s, like Last Man on Earth, which is the Vincent Price movie, which is the original I Am Legend. Because the old movie, because I think it was available through bargain DVD sets, as well as the 1960s movie, the Little Shop of Horrors, the original with Jack Nicholson, the black and white one, which I think it's only available in the Mill Creek's Monster movie 20 movie packs as well. Yeah, which I haven't seen that one, but I might as well give it a watch as well. Accordingly, as what I could know for this, what I come by on that as well. This explains to learn, for I realize as well. Accordingly, yeah. Because most of them as well, or whatever you could find anything which is available though, because doing the category on here under the 1960s movies on here, which I'm guessing it's movies released around the year. The Beatles did their albums in the UK with, as well as they released some of their albums in the US, because when the Beatles appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show, and the Monkees did their TV show in 1966 when they did their album The Monkees and More of the Monkees in the 60s as well. You know, during the same time as the Beatles' Rubber Soul and Revolver era, around the time the Beach Boys did their hit singles on there, when the Beach Boys appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show as well, or the Mike Douglas Show, or any television appearances when it comes to this. And even movies that came out at the time as well. And the only movie I need to get that I don't have is Yojimbo. That's another Japanese movie. There's some Godzilla movies that came out in the 60s at the time, like King Kong vs. Godzilla, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and Mothra vs. Godzilla as well, if I could remember as well, around the time as well, because... And also, the Dick Van Dyke Show premiered on television as well, as after, or Leave It to Beaver ended as well, as most programs in the 60s. And also, Clint Eastwood appeared in the show Rawhide as well, if you could ever remember for this as well, because I could learn my knowledge and all that. So that's going to be it for my video here for today, you guys. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's what I'm going to say for this one. This is the first time I want to showcasing some movies from 1960 to 1966 on here, that I've never done one like this before until now, because this is something new that I haven't done like this for the very first time, that's why. Hope subscribe for more content. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, especially if you're new to my channel, because I've been literally getting into DVD and Blu-ray shopping videos, from flea markets to pawn shops, library book sales, as well as movie reviews, album reviews, TV show reviews, especially on like certain cartoons on there from like the 80s and 90s as well. And also other cool stuff I'm doing as well, in case you're wondering. Smack the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the notifications bell button. Be sure to get notified as well, just to keep you updated as well. And be sure to let me know your thoughts by leaving in the comments section below in this video if you like as well. And also be sure to check out my Anime Planet or Analyst at your leisure at this point. And that's all I have what I got for today. Well, because I had to do a new video like this because today is the 4th of July, that's why. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my video, and I'm glad you liked it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon for the next video. Be sure to stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my video. And I will see you soon for more videos that are coming that I plan for, that are on the way. Take care. And I hope you have a happy 4th of July.